they're just being a little greedy and saying, we'll just give you the ease, they're
Oh,
still
dude, knowing
fun.
Hasbro, those guys are the greediest of the greeds, man.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. We're breaking down the G.I. Joe Haslab that was announced during San Diego Comic-Con. They had a prototype there. You could see. Really cool. Really cool. We knew this announcement was coming. And, man, this Joe team cooked. Let's just say that. What are you feeling, Josh? What are your initial reactions when you first saw it?
Yeah, I think like it's another smart decision by them making it a smaller Haslab, I would say. And I
Okay.
think that's the way to go. Like just smaller Haslabs, you get more people. So I was like, yeah, that's the right decision.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and break down everything that they talking about for this Haslab. So it's the Cobra Rattler ground attack jet, is what they're calling it. 45 days. So it is a full HasLab time. It's not that shortened amount of time. It is they are getting that full 45 days. Not that they need it, but let's take a look at it. Yeah, Josh?
I was just gonna say it's so weird that like that the cantina didn't get that 45 days. Like we talked
It's
about
weird.
like what we think happened there, but something happened there. Yeah.
I mean, look at this. It was, what was it, a week, 2 weeks before this one started? I just don't think they wanted it to overlap.
But then but like okay, it's not only different scales, right? 6 inch versus 3/4 inch, but it's Joe
Yeah,
and Star Wars. So I feel like that's
different
two
brands.
separate, different brands, different scales. Like I
Mhm.
feel like the overlapping wouldn't even matter at that point.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree with you, but I think that's just what the call they made.
Yeah, who knows? But
All
good to
right.
see the full 45 days.
Yeah, good to see that they are getting that full 45 days. There's the Cobra Rattler ground jet. Now, this thing is sick, dude. Just like the Firefly, I'm a big helicopter guy. Getting like an Apache esque, for 1/12 scale vehicle is amazing. And now they're kicking us out with an A10 Warhog. That is, that's my favorite airplane. And so it's cool to get both of my favorite vehicles, helicopter and airplane, and represented in 1/12 scale as part of this Joe team, man.
Yeah, I just love like when you can get lights. Anytime you can get lights in a Haslab, that makes it for me.
Yeah. All right. So it's $324.99. So 325 for the Rattler there. Here's just kind of a quick rundown of everything that they kind of all the details that you need to know. If you want, go ahead and pause, take a look over that. But let's keep going here. They got 3 tiers. We're getting Cobra Airborne Squadron patches. We'll break those down a little bit. We're also getting a Rattler Gunner and a Pilot Baroness figures from these. Those are the 3 different tiers. It's going to be 11,000 backers, 14,000 backers, and then 18,000 backers for those tiers. Well, let's take a quicker look here. We'll break down those tiers in a little bit. Stay tuned. Well, let's take a quick look at the Rattler itself, man. Beautiful A10, profile here. I love this. I love this plane, man.
Yeah, it is cool. Like with the especially when they added that fog with the lights, like that looks nice.
Coming through there. And then there is the Rattler Pilot that will also be coming along with that 325 price tag. So for that 325, you're getting the plane plus a figure. Let's take a look at the dimensions. So 33 and a half inches long, about 10 inches tall, and 32 inches wide. So you'll have a boxy or frame for it, but the wings are articulated, man.
And that's a really good size, I think. Like 33 inches lengthwise. That's about like just 3 inches under like 3 feet, right? 12,
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty decent size, I would say. It's a toddler. Size of a toddler. We're good.
You want your Haslabs the size of about a toddler, right?
Yeah, yeah. You want to like the Galactus and you want to put the taking to
Right.
school, first day of school, everything. Yeah.
For sure. Not only do the wings flip up like this, but they also rotate. So you can load your missiles onto the underside of the plane, which, man, that's pretty cool. The inside
That is
cockpit
phenomenal
too.
just because
Yeah.
like that's phenomenal just because you don't think about much like like how could you pack in articulation on this, but to get that effect and not only for like it's accurate to like where the wings flip up, but it's cool because let's say you're short on shelf space, you could still kind of display it like that
Yeah. Yeah,
and save a lot of room.
yeah, it's in the garage, and you can just flip up the wings and you're
Yeah.
all set, right? That basically does cut the length of it in half, though, or sorry, the width of it in half. So it's 32 width wise with the wings splayed out, 15.26 inches with the wings up. It does make it a little taller, but that's all right. Yeah, multiple points of articulation on those wings, man. Love, 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 love that. Getting also an interior cockpit that's fully lit up. with the LEDs and displays. The HUD looks amazing, man. Like all the little radars, buttons, gauges, you name it, man. They loaded
I
it
know
up.
that plastic is lighting really well because I would assume it's just like a translucent plastic that's like two-tone with a light underneath it. And I don't know
Yeah.
how much edit, who knows how much editing's going on, but I would assume it's gonna look relatively close to this, where you're getting that bright yellow and then that deep red to kind of
Yeah.
simulate that dashboard.
I agree. I think it's a base red, and then they're doing a little bit of a thicker plastic or a thinner plastic on top of that to
To
get that.
carry the light, yeah.
Yeah, to catch the light. Yeah, for sure. There's that pilot all suited up, looking good. The helmet looks really good, dude. Very Top
Yeah,
Gun.
those big black lenses, yeah.
The aviator lenses. Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that we're getting Top Gun 3?
Oh,
It did
nice.
so well that yeah, like
It
they're
was
like no,
good.
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
It's made so much money.
Maverick was good.
Oh, it was a phenomenal movie, yeah.
There's a better look at the pilot. Comes with like different thigh attachments there. His vest looks different to me. GI Joe fans, let me know. But yeah, it looks new, especially with like the collar popped up. I don't think I've seen that flight suit.
Yeah, I don't think either. Even like the pants, they just have different
Mhm.
attachments that I feel like I don't see. Like I'm not familiar with that yet. All looks very new.
Yeah, very very new. Here's a closer look at the renders there. It is cool that he has the topo maps on his legs. Like that is how a pilot would maneuver, right?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's a nice detail there.
That's such yeah, very nice. And the broken, shattered helmet visor.
It's good, man. And you also get the tubing too, like the oxygen tubing. So. All right. This is the ammunition he comes with. I'll run this down real quick. You're getting 2 cluster bombs, 270 millimeter precision guided rocket launchers. We're getting 2 short range missiles, 2 optical renegade missiles, so like one with a camera in the front of it, 2 thermal nuclear bombs. So big old, those are the big ones right here. Right?
Yeah, look at those paint decals. I love that. Like having decals on a nuke, you gotta have that.
Yeah, fat man and little boy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
2 bomb racks, which hold all 6, right, of the unguided missiles there. So just loaded, man. Just so much, so much, so much bombs you can add to this thing, man. Love it. And it also has a gunner spot, which, again, this is a variation from the A10. This is their own version, of course. But you can get a little gunner spot that still carries those LED lights through it, man. I actually recently picked up the animated Bat Cycle from McFarlane, and I was pretty impressed with the LEDs that he was able to pull off. I initially just thought it was like a little light up front with a little light up dash, but then I was really surprised that there was a red LED for the brake light on the back of that thing. So
yeah, dude, it's good. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sick. It lights really well. It lights with the front and then in the dash too as well. Yeah, that's the selling point on this.
That one's good, and the brake light for me was a surprise. So love that. But
Yeah.
you're gonna get way better quality here, right? You're getting that that 2-tone plastic to catch that light to make it look like an actual heads-up display, actual screen there, man. All right, let's see here. So these are just more things you're getting with that base price there. You're getting 2 large blast effects. Of course, you gotta have your missiles firing, right? 2 medium blast effects, 2 small blast effects, so different guns. So it has like a minigun up front. It's got missiles and launchers, different sizes. So they're taking that into consideration. They're just giving you one for everything. And then it also has the blue laser beam, which I love that. It's like a targeting laser, dude. Love that.
I wonder if I wonder if the effects will stack because they medium, large, or they're the smoke effects, so they won't stack. Oh, okay. Because sometimes like with the other, usually they can like stack,
Yeah, like something like the GI Joe stuff, the Viper stuff, like
and even the Legends, yeah.
Yeah, they stack a little bit. Yeah, these ones look based off of the port. They do have like a 0.25 millimeter port peg. That's what they're saying. So
okay. So like it looks like the large and medium you can swap, and then the small and then small. Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep those the same. So here's just a kind of a quick look here. A missile dropping out there going. You also can throw in some boosters in the back, right?
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. You can also load up that minigun. Those effects look good, dude. Like whoever took that photography hit that with just the right amount of light. Man.
They probably edited that. Yeah, that's easier part. It's probably easier to edit it. They try to capture that,
Just burn it a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it looks good. Like I think that captures just how it would look, when it's like
the old 25 millimeter. Yeah, I love it, man. There's some more missiles with their blast effects, and the cool thing about this is that the Joe team has done this previously. Is the blast effects have a port on themselves that you can port into the wing, so that way you have the blast effect ported into the wing, and then the missile ported to the blast effect, so it looks like it's firing right off the plane, man.
Which is just genius because like That way you're able to display things and not just, play with it. Because it's one thing if,
Yeah.
I can attach it and then play with it and that's it. But you can now
Yeah.
display it, like hang up some string on your ceiling and then have it actually in action.
Right. Actually firing. Yeah. No. There's a closer look at the bomb armaments there that you can attach. Just, just little 2-point pegs that you can plug in, different types. And just sweetening the pot here, man. Being able to open up your figure, it's kind of like the Razor Crest, right? Being able to open up all the little panels, see what's hidden inside, see all the fun details, it just adds so much more fun as a toy, and it also just adds some realism. But the engines open up on the wings here. You can crack those open, see the turbines, see the cabling. It's all fully painted and sculpted, man.
Yeah, it just helps out with the price so much because when you're paying such a premium price, over $300 for this figure, you want to see them go the extra mile. They should go the
Yeah.
extra mile for the fans, and adding, like, this is something that realistically it could be done without it and nothing would be wrong with it.
It wouldn't
But
hurt
it's
the
that
product,
extra,
yeah.
yeah, it's that extra mile where they're adding extra sculpt and extra paint details, which just make me also think of, like, those Star Wars like ship manuals that you could, like, they would have like a see-through panel.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you can, like,
yeah.
see through it. And it makes me, Star Wars vehicles also do the same thing. Like, if anybody has like the Black Series 6-inch raised speeder, same thing. You could open the ports and everything.
That's so fun, man.
It's a nice
fun.
detail.
All right, this plane's also coming with a flight stand to get that going here, and just to get a nice flight stand, it's nice. You can have it displayed out there. All right, but there's a little nicer shot of that pilot with some other pilots that the GI Joe team have released previously, and yeah, man, he's looking good in that.
Well, no, I think, are they the other pilots that are released previously, or are these like the tiers, or the other pilots?
Oh, actually, I think you're right. These are the tiers. My bad. No, yeah, these are the tiers.
I think it's Baroness and then the other tier, right?
Baroness,
the other gunner, and the gunner.
The gunner, gunny. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So these are the tiers, man, and they look good. I love the green visor on the gunny, and Baroness's helmet looks cool. That's some like Maverick stuff, some Top Gun stuff. All right, but here's just some more fun toy photography of it. Gunner's flying out. You got the Firefly in the back chasing it down.
They're trying to sell you. If you got the Firefly, now you got to get
right.
The Rattler.
Got to have something to fight it, right? Now, again, just more panels that you can open up and just see inside. That detail, man, just is so great.
Yeah, good to see like all that riveting, on the plates, so you can.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
You can feel, it's gonna, like, you're gonna be able to rub your fingers across it and feel the riveting.
The decals are nice too. The paint apps on this thing, like having the little danger, the rescue, not a step. All right, let's go ahead and break down these tiers. First unlock at 11,000 backers are the Cobra Airborne Squadron patches. These are patches. You're getting like a little Cobra symbol, with the wings. You're also getting a fearsome fangs tank smasher. Love that. And then the old Cobra Airborne 84th Squadron, the Fly Swatters. Josh, what are you thinking on these patches?
I'm a sucker for patches, actually. I actually love getting patches, and that Cobra patch, like, I feel like, I could sell that on a jacket, and it's just like a nice, cool, because, it's like subtle. Like, it's like a subtle thing. If you're like, if you're familiar with the G.I. Joe, you can recognize it, right? But still, it's not that crazy. But with this being $325, right? And the Firefly was, I believe, was it $175?
Yeah.
Or no, $270. Was
I can't remember.
No, it was $275, I think. Sorry, I think I misspoke. I think it was $275 because I think it was just under $300, which was like really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I believe, I'm almost positive it was $275, right? So the Firefly was $50 cheaper than this. And with that Firefly, why it was like so awesome it was sub 300 plus all tiers were figures, and it was just hot off the edge of the Rancor, and I think that's what made it so successful. Where it was hot at the heels of the Rancor and Robbie Reyes, where like the price was not atrocious like Robbie Reyes, the tiers were phenomenal, unlike the Rancors. And so with this, it's not bad, and I just wonder if like the big heads had something to do with this, like kind of brought down the hammer, maybe saying like, that did so well and so successful, let's like not make it like we can actually make it less of a deal for the customers, because GI Joe has been so successful with the His Tank and the Firefly. Maybe seeing that trend and be like, maybe we can skimp out on a tier and let's just see what happens. Let's just see how much we can pull out of these guys. And so to me, that's what I think happened, because I feel like this team has always done the right thing. And so, yeah, that's my take on it.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think they were just like, let's save a little money, not make a new figure, and give you some patches. But like you said, Josh, I'm also a sucker for patches. I was recently at our Hill Air Force Base here. Got myself a little UH-60 Blackhawk
Oh,
patch,
nice.
or UH-8, yeah, UH-60. And so seeing these, man, it's pretty cool to me. But I understand if you aren't into patches, why you would be like, man, why didn't we get a figure? Like, what is this? What is this trash? I get that.
Well,
I get that.
and it's such like an obvious thing to notice, especially because,
Yeah,
like I just said, the other Joe Haslab was cheaper and
cheaper
still
and
had and 3 figures as tiers.
right.
So that's like I think. Whereas like if maybe this one was cheaper and they had that, then you'd be like, well, this one's cheaper. It's okay.
Mhm.
But since it's
Yeah,
more expensive, then you're left
you're,
wondering
you,
what's happening here.
yeah, I agree. It could be that they're just being a little greedy and saying, "We'll just give you the ease." They're
Oh,
still
dude, knowing
fun.
Hasbro, those guys are the greediest of the greeds, man. Like I don't think there's anybody greedier than them. You
All
have to
right,
admit that. You wouldn't say so? Like,
they're a
look at
pretty big
Jada McFarlane,
company. I mean,
greediest of the
if we look
greedies.
at just like accessories across their brands, yes, they definitely are
Okay,
trying to
yeah,
give
you
you
know what
the
I'm saying?
most. They're trying to get the most back from the
Yeah.
product. I agree.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was the big wigs,
Right. It wasn't
wigs
the
at the
Joe
top
team.
said, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the first tier. You get those patches, 11,000 backers. Oh, sorry. The original backing goal was 9,000. So 9,000 backers to get just the plain funded with the one figure. So first tier, 11,000. There's those patches. Unlock number 2 is G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Rattler Gunner 6-inch action figure. This will be at 14,000. So an additional 3,000 from the 11,000. And, this is cool. Again, I think it's using the new pilot uppers on him.
Yeah.
The big, the puffier collar. Comes with a cool helmet. It's got some design. It looks like some cobras on it. 2 different ethnicities. Love that. And
Yeah, that's the money point.
ornaments.
That's the selling point right there. Having that
Yeah.
2 alternate head sculpts where you can mix and match, and not only just like with this, like if you get the other kind of pilots, or if you have like a random figure that you can just pop it on.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Also love the green visor on this one too. That's a cool one.
Yeah, it's something like like I feel like Black Series should take a note of that, because like they also have like their Rebel army builders, and usually they'll come with faceplates, and like for the most part they're wearing gloves, but maybe they're not able to do it because the neck piece is like an extra plastic, and like the Joes are willing to even add that because it's not just a head, right? It's a neck and a head.
Yeah, for both skin tones. Yeah. All right, but there's the old gunner out there looking good, man. Looking good. For the third unlock, and that will be unlocked at 18,000 backers. So it'll jump from 3,000, additional 3,000 to additional 4,000 to get to that final goal, is the Pilot Baroness. And again, a lot of new here, right? Look at the collar on that Baroness, man. The jumpsuit, like looking thing. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, and like multiple hair attachments where you can mix and match. Like I think it's 3.
So yeah,
there's 3. It's base, the one on her head, plus
Mhm.
short hair, plus pulled back, slicked back. So 3 different hair options, plus the helmet option. Like I can see why they made this one the 18,000, because this is definitely well, for one, it's a named character, it's an iconic character for the Cobra, the Baroness, right? So they're like, all right, put that one because everybody's gonna want this figure.
Yeah, no, yeah, great head sculpts. I love that she's getting the headphones, like the ear, the like headset there. That's sick. And then her helmet again, just painted really cool. Comes with 2 little, looks like Glocks, some automatic Glocks there with extended mags, and some type of rifle. Man, that's really cool. Love it. Okay, so those are the 3 tiers for the GI Joe Rattler Haslab.
Okay, wait, go back to that picture.
Yeah,
look at the middle picture. Who the heck posed that?
Right here, the leg.
Yeah, dude. It's so weird to me. I just feel like, I don't know. There's like, and I feel like this is happening more and more, where there's like these promotional pictures, and I'm just wondering, like, how does it get past that many people? Like, where like, I feel like I didn't even have to say anything. I just said, look at the middle picture, John, and you caught on it right there, right? And it's like just people who play with toys and no toys, like that pose is ridiculous. Like not because it's the way they articulate the leg. Like you need to only bend one of the 2 joints, not both. If you're doing it at that angle.
At that angle.
At other times they're only using one. Remember we talked about the Jada toys?
And the wrong one too. They're using the lower one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's
it looks fine.
Too curved because there's no bend. The knee's angular.
It looks, like some type of Gumby, like looking rubber leg there. I agree with you.
Ridiculous.
It was their first day. All right. No one was there. They want to be mean. They didn't want to be mean to them. So they were like, listen, it's okay. It's okay. All right. But here is everything you are getting at that base offering of 325. Getting your pilot, stand, plane, all those bombs you could ask for. You're also getting a damaged panel for your Rattler. So like it took fire, it's got holes in it. And then you're also getting a ladder. I don't know why, but I dig that ladder.
Yeah, that really sells it. And I feel like when you display it, like I feel like you'd want to have the ladder with the pilot hanging off of it. You could have it even the cockpit, or but like the classic where he's on the ladder.
Yeah, it's the Luke Skywalker getting into his X-wing.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. So subconsciously, that's what I was thinking about.
Exactly. Yeah, and a light up features too, man. I mean, it's a really great offering. What are your thoughts on that price? 350 for everything you see here, or sorry, 325. Excuse
me. 325. It's always kind of tricky to say, just because it's like, well, are we talking for this, or are we talking with just the tiers?
No tiers, just this 350. Is it worth it?
Or 325.
So I keep saying 350. Excuse me.
The size is good. I think the accessories are really good. The light up feature, I love light up features. So yeah, I think it's good. Like I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, like when I saw the Firefly's price point, I was like, ridiculous. When I saw Robbie Reyes' price point, I was ridiculous. And this is kind of like in the medium where I'm like, yeah, or I'm like, yeah, it's a fair price point. I'm not like mad about it or like amazed by it.
Right. It's not super low where you're just like, that's a crazy deal. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that for what you're getting articulated wings on this. The detail that goes into that Rattler is amazing. The accessories are great. 325. Yeah, I think it's a fair price for this offering as well.
And those blue firing pieces, I love those now that I see them, like, because it adds, because G.I. Joe is kind of like a little bit futuristic, right? They have a lot of things that don't exist, and so having like maybe like a secret like laser weapon, it's like kind of like more like a Star Wars laser gun, on that ship would be cool.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right, let's talk about where they are currently at. So when they funded these guys, the Rattler, the G.I. Joe fans showed up, man. They funded within the first 19 hours. Not only did the Haslab start later in the day because they had to announce it through Comic-Con, but they were able to fund it in the first 19 hours. So under 24 hours, they were past their funding goal of 9,000 and had hit the 10,000. Now, as of this recording, they are sitting at 11,732, which does unlock their first tier. So everyone's getting the patches. Get excited, friends. We're getting patches.
Now, I have something to say with this, and it was something I was thinking about, that I wonder how this decision is made, because I feel like, was the Firefly released during Comic-Con as well last year? I believe so, around that time, right?
I cannot recall.
But let's just for this case, let's just talk about this case.
Yeah,
it's like, it was successful, of course, because the Joe team, the G.I. Joe fans, like all that makes sense. But I think there's another factor to it, with it being released on such a big stage as SDCC, right?
The publicity.
Yeah, and so I think like that has a big part to do with it. And I wonder like which team is afforded that luxury, because if you think like I hope one day maybe the Black Series team can get like I'm a Star Wars guy.
I think they did. Riva's lightsaber.
No. That was the leak at SDCC. The leak, bro. The leak.
No,
but yeah, like it would be cool like to see like. I'll have to look back, but like who's afforded this luxury that you get to be, your team gets this platform of,
because that's big. That
for your
Haslab,
big, right? For success. Yeah.
If you have a figure or a toy, a project displayed on San Diego Comic-Con, you're getting so many eyes on that. Eyes potentially that are not part of the toy collecting world, but are aware of G.I. Joe properties, right? Maybe they love the comics, and then they come across this. Oh my God, you can get the plane from the right. It bridges a lot of demographics, right? People from across the outside of the toy collecting world.
I'm thinking more like, because I feel like even if like it's kind of hard to see a regular person buy a $300 plane that's not already collecting toys in my eyes. Okay. I'm thinking more like it just gets covered more across the toy community, YouTube and social media platform space, and also the fans. Okay. Like me, like when I was like as a fan, I'm like looking for images like every day, checking Instagram, social media, like what's being released, like what cool new Legend, what cool new Black Series, what cool new Joes are being released. And so I feel like the whole toy community is like on edge, like looking every day, looking every second just for this weekend. Right.
Right.
And so that's why I think this funded like crazy. On top of everything, right? Like it wasn't the sole reason. I'm just saying it is a contributing factor.
There was just so much news about it, and everyone was posting pictures. Everyone gets excited about
Exactly.
it. They're like, "Yeah, let's back.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get mine." Right? This
Yeah.
person that I respect says they're gonna get one. Yeah, okay, I'll get one too.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you. All right, let's take it over to Geek Dad Life. They do their Brian Rink Haslab charts. So thank you for providing this information. Go check out geekdadlife.com. Great place for any type of nerdery that you want. All right, but here's the Brian Rink graph here that kind of shows past Haslabs and also the current Haslab that is going on. So in blue is the His tank, in green is the Dragonfly, and in that red is going to be our Rattler. And now this was updated as of July 29th. So this is the most recent data. And as you can see, it's right on trend with everyone there, right? It spiked as much as it could, and
now we're going to see kind of like
a leveling off.
Right? Yeah, we're probably now going to see a slow, stagnant push until the very end, just like the last time. Yeah,
and then it'll give us that big old spike at the end there. His tank was definitely a lot more popular, quicker. Like it funded and reached its goals. It looks like to be a lot faster.
Yeah, I think it was just because it was the excitement of just the first G.I. Joe had.
The first. Yeah. I almost got it. I was digging it, and I'm not even like that big of a Joe collector, right? So, but yeah, no, they've already funded. They got their first tier already. It's not even been a week, so right on G.I. Joe team. We'll see some leveling off here. I don't see this not reaching all tiers. What are you thinking, Josh?
No, it's for sure getting all of its tiers, but I do think it's going to have the least amount of funding compared to all three G.I. Joe Haslabs. And that's just like you can see like already starting the trend, but just for one, it's those patches. Those patches I think are not going to make it past because the His tank and the Firefly, all figures. You know, that's why that's 25K. That's why that's 26K. Like, and it's kind of ridiculous because I feel like skipping out on a tier, I don't know how that makes financial sense when you can sell maybe a couple thousand more units if you just added a figure. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because like I do see this one maybe getting to that 22,000 range. 22 in there.
If it tracks, right? Like we have the His tank, Dragonfly, it should track to be about there. Still fund all tiers, but
all tiers. Yeah. All tiers for sure. Interest. I would say like 20, 22 in between there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, great to see the Joe team being successful. Great that as G.I. Joe fans are getting this if they want it, of course. Yeah, no, they're what is it, 3 for 3, right?
Already call it 3 for 3. Put it in the bank, cash it now.
3 for 3.
3 for 3, all tiers. Now they're the unstoppable team because it used to be like, you know, G.I. Joe and Vintage Collection were like the overpowered, no failures, no tier failures, nothing. But now with that Vintage Collection missing a tier for the first time ever after like three successful Haslabs, I believe. Now G.I. Joe is like on fire, man. Now they're the team. They're the team.
Yeah, they're the team. And maybe that's why they got that San Diego Comic-Con spot. Who knows?
Yeah, but I feel like you want to give it to the team that's like suffering.
Like, that's true. That's true. See. I think maybe though with the patches. Now again, I like the patches, but I understand if you don't. I think it maybe sours it. You know, sours the taste a little bit in G.I. Joe fans that don't like patches. You know, just being like, oh yeah, I want the figures, but I got to get through the patches first, and then. And you think if they do this the next time, do you think the interest will be like it wasn't worth it, or do you think they'll still be like, yeah, no, it was worth it?
Like fans when they get it in hand, you're saying?
Yeah, like they're just kind of like what you're saying. You're saying like, well, it should have been 3 figures. Your previous Haslab had 3 figures. Why isn't this one having? They're just like saying, okay, whatever, I'll give you this one, but next time it better be 3 figures. And then they keep doing this where it's like not, you know, it's patches or a dio or like a base or something. Do you think then that hurts the good faith that G.I. Joe team has right now?
I don't.
You think?
I don't think it will affect it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're that strong. I don't think it will affect it because it's still really good. Everything's like good. There's nothing besides that. And like I said, patches are cool. I feel like a lot of people like patches. I feel like it's not just me and you. I feel like
that's true. That's true.
It's a cheap thing that is good though. Like that people like, I think. You know, it's not like a pair of socks or something, you know. Hey, you would like that, but still it's not a pair of underwear.
Right, yeah, it's nothing, or like, you know, like a bandana. You know, it's like it's a patch. You can use it how you want to. Maybe you got like a patch wall. You got your favorite jacket. You know, Or your Shardamus Prime, you just put it on your denim, right?
Put it on your leather, dude. He puts it on
Oh yeah,
leather.
that's true. He does put it on
He
his
puts it
leather.
on leather, yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, that's gonna go ahead. That's all everything that we're gonna break down on this GI Joe Haslab. No doubt this is gonna go all the way. We're gonna get that Baroness, and they're gonna keep going, and we'll see where they end at. Maybe that's that 22. Maybe it's higher. We'll see.
And that effectively guarantees another GI Joe Haslab. Like almost guaranteed another one.
Now I don't know enough to speculate on the next GI Joe Haslab. Josh, do you have any speculations on that?
Like what I would do is I would look at retro vehicles. So like
right, yeah,
the vehicles that have already been made. So like I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but like I've seen them like in retro toy stores.
Right.
But yeah, I would assume it's something like that.
Maybe a tank. A tank would be cool, right?
Like for the good guys
for
to
the
pair
Joes.
with his tank.
Yeah, for the Joes.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be cool. Yeah, like there is a type of tank. There's also they already did the vamp. They also have like it looks like speedboats, so maybe that could be next. Like there's like
the rubber skin ones, yeah, the rubber skin ones, yeah, those would be fun. I think those are more like
speedboat or the tank, like you said.
Yeah, like a gunship speedboat. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
not
like
the
it has
ones.
guns on it. No,
yeah,
it's like pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they come out next, but they are cooking right now, friends.
Yeah, guarantees another one for sure.
Guarantees, yeah. Back it now if you want it. If you're interested in it, that Baroness is unlocking here by month's end, maybe. I don't know.
Can Black Series team to get another shot? Free the Rancor, man. Free the Rancor. We need another shot. I don't understand how technically the big three is Joe, Black Series, Legends, right? That's the big three. In 6-inch, we're talking 6-inch. And that Black Series does not have a single Haslab. Give us another chance, please. It was the leak's fault, not our fault.
That was the leak's fault.
And the Tears fault. The Tears fault.
It was botched. I think they just got to wait a couple of years before, let that memory die out. So that way, when they do announce the Rancor again, people are like, oh, dang, we're getting a Rancor? All the new collectors.
They need to do what Joe's are doing. Sub 350, sub 400 Haslabs. Like,
yeah,
think about it. 275, 325. That's very close within that. It's just like $300 range. That's what they need to do. Just a 6-inch Starfighter, $300. Yes, any Starfighter, 6-inch.
Okay. Yeah, and then keep it under 200, 250. Keep it under that.
Well, no, I don't think that low because that's like Giant Man level. No, it'd have to be like 300.
Okay, under 300 or at 300.
Just around there.
Okay.
It could be a little bit over, a little bit under, just as long as it's in that 300. I feel like that's where you get the money. Like that's
the sweet spot.
I got an extra 300. People don't. It's hard when it's like 500, 400. It's like that's hard.
That's hard. Yeah. I think it also kind of people's paychecks too. Like given the 45-day time period, you got to line it up.
Yeah.
You got to line
it up.
You
get the 6. Yeah. No, the 3 paychecks.
That's
3 paychecks. 3 paychecks.
Yeah, that's like $100 off each paycheck. That's $300.
There you go.
All right, friends. Well, comment down below what you guys thought was super cool about this Rattler. I like saying that. I like saying Rattler. G.I. Joe Haslab. Let me know if you guys have backed it already or if you're planning on backing it once it unlocks. Whatever the case may be, friends, we want to hear from you about this Haslab. Any closing thoughts, Josh? Anything you want to tell the friends out there?
They got me for another one. I'm backing it.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, friends. As always, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.